What's good, guys? Sorry for that. Sorry for that cut off. My phone just ended up stop recording. So this is gonna be like a. This is pretty much gonna be like a two-parter review. Maybe a three. It just depends. Again, I'm recording from my phone, so I don't have a PC, so I can't do a normal review or recording or anything like that. I'm still working on trying to get my first PC here, but anyway, like I was saying, back to what I was saying. This whole situation with Xerxes. Again, like I said, guys, I don't know if I could not do if I could not harm this lady. But again, Cersei's decided to take it out on the lady's daughter here. She pretty much used the same poison that again, I apologize, guys. I can't remember her name off the top of my head at the moment, but she she decided to use the same poison on her daughter, on this lady, on the lady who killed her daughter, on her daughter, kissing her on the lips. And the 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 savage thing that Cersei could do in the midst of this lady's pain, and knowing that Cersei kisses her daughter with that same poison. And she's kneeled down in those chains, and Cersei's just pretty much looks at her in her face and says to the guards, be sure to relight all the all the all the basically the lamps or whatever every couple of hours, so to make sure that she does not miss watching her daughter die. Like, that is just super wrong. Like, super wrong, guys. Like, I was sitting there back like, wow, did you really seriously just do this? And she pretty much does. And then after that she goes, and because of you know I guess I guess vilified of how she feels, she goes off and pretty much has sex with her brother. And again, still disgusting. But it's just wrong, man. I don't, again, guys, I don't know if I could hold back from doing, in a sense, the same thing to the person who may have killed my one of my children. That would be, that would be that would be a tough decision for me. I believe that we all would have probably some way of possible vengeance in our hearts to be like, man, I'm gonna do to them what they did to my child or whatever. Or in a again, again, like I said, guys, I don't know. As far as when it comes to me, I don't know. I don't know if I could hold back, just because, again, somebody took my child's life. But after that scene, we go back to Snow and Tyrion here, and they're having a discussion. And it's just pretty much just them, talking about the situation that Jon is in. And Jon's just like, I need this stuff from the queen here. This is why I'm here. And again, granted, I feel like a prisoner. I feel like I can't leave. They got my boat. Y'all got my boat. But since y'all have me here, I need this dragon glass. Can you convince the dragon queen to get this for me? That even alone, this scene with Snow and Tyrion, again, just but them by themselves just talking, was just a great scene. It really was. And it's just I I I don't I don't think that I kind of think that in the long run, in the next, I guess, maybe few episodes moving forward, and even the episodes to come in the next season, that I believe that Tyrion and Snow will work together and fighting together again in the future. but he Tyrion goes off. He goes to talk to the queen. Pretty much explains like, hey, I trust John. Don't look to make him a prisoner, and you're the queen here. He's the king of the North. And that's the other thing, guys. I apologize for even mentioning, the fact that the reason why John even came to in the first place was to say, hey, we need to band together because of the White Walkers, which I'm still waiting. I was kind of hoping that the White Walkers would have more of a spot in a couple seasons in the past, to where you know the the war with the dead would happen a little bit earlier, because I've been telling people, like, man, I really want the White Walkers to come through, and I really want them to have a fight with John, and with Daenerys and her her people. And it's just like, been waiting so long for the White Walkers to come through and actually have this war with the dead. I mean, it's coming, but I'm just like, I wish it would have been a couple of seasons earlier. But it's cool like Kool-Aid. But pretty much, Tyrion, he convinced Daenerys to give John, this dragon glass, as much as he needs, and the fighters that he needs, for the war with the White Walkers, that's gonna be coming soon. I just really wanted to get here, but but I I just really just love this episode in its entirety. I also love the fact that in the scene after that, it shows Sansa and Littlefinger. Now, guys, a lot of y'all may not, a lot of y'all, some of you may trust Littlefinger, a lot of y'all might not. I'm one of those who I love Littlefinger's character, but I still don't trust this cat. I don't trust this dude at all. Just because he's like he technically, it's like he's Sansa's uncle, and he has this infatuation with her. And even to the point where, if we all remember, he actually kissed her on the lips a couple of seasons ago, which was just crazy in itself. Sansa's coming to her own. A lot of fans don't like her, but I love her. I don't mind her character. Sansa's coming to her own again. She was showing some true leadership in this scene with her and Littlefinger, talking about certain things and what to do. But again, of course, Littlefinger and his crazy self, pretty much whispering and stuff, talking about, be on guard and blah blah blah, and all this other, this jargon that makes people hate him. Makes people hate his character a lot. I love his character, because he's doing what he's supposed to do, and that is make you not like him, or not love him, or like him and love him. But again, Littlefinger, he just always has schemes, like Heath Ledger said in The Dark Knight. They're schemers, all of them. Littlefinger is a schemer. So, like I said, but it's just like I said, he just seems to me, he's like her uncle, but has like some type of affection towards her, and it's not right. But that's just me. It's not right at all. But then after that, that's when Sansa, has somebody run up to her and say, hey, come to the front. And then that's when her little brother shows up, crippled and all. But great scene, because you're like, you're glad that he's back. But now he's the Raven Eye. I think that's what he was saying, the Raven Eye. But at the same time, when in his interaction with her, the time that she runs up to hug him, when he says hi Sansa, and the time that he's talking to her, it's like he's still in. the Raven Eye mode, and I'm like, man, there's like no real emotion from this kid. It's like he's like more in mode, more than just normal regular, hey, I'm your little brother type of thing. But crippled, you know, which is sad. It's just sad, guys. I still can't believe that uh that I forgot Cersei's brother's name that fast. But yeah, it's just sad that how he shoved him off the top of that building at the beginning of the first episode of well, not the beginning, but at the end of the first episode of the first season, way back then, to cause him to have no ability in his legs to move anymore. It just sucks. I'm still that's what literally made me continue watching the show. Just that point right there when it happened, I was just like, wow. And I ended up ordering season one off of Amazon, and from there just really got hooked. But yeah, Sansa just glad to have her brother back. But like I said, he's more in the Raven Eye mode now. So it's just like there's no emotion from him. And I'm just like, man, like I would have loved to have him really show some emotion when she hugged him at least, but it just didn't happen. But I can't remember after that. I think I'm just more focused on when from there I'm more focused on after that scene. The the part when Daenerys and her crew are talking about Castle Rock and invading it, and that whole setup, like, because you remember in the beginning when they were, when Tyrion's talking about the invasion of Castle Rock, and they even showed Daenerys's army, running up and putting the ladders up and climbing it and stuff, and they're pretty much taking a beating. Daenerys's army's taking this beating, and she, it shows some of her men getting killed. I obviously was thinking like it's going down. They're pretty much gonna fail this invasion attempt to take over Castle Rock. But then when Tyrion says like, hey, my father used me for with the height that I'm at to go underground and create this path underground. And he even said it like, I even despite what my father wanted me to do, I decided to create this even sneakier pathway to get through the castle whenever I technically he's pretty much saying whenever I feel the need to, type of thing. When that happened, I was just like, oh man, they tricked us with the army going up on the ladders and trying to enter in from the top, and it was all a ruse type of thing. But or maybe it wasn't. It just seemed like it was, or maybe the first wave was just a distraction for the second wave to come in from the other end and just totally just really take over Castle Rock. But then but then that's when what's his face, Misandry's man here. That's when he's like, there should be more men, and that's when Cersei's brother pretty much wasn't even where everybody was thinking he was going to be. He goes over to see Olenna. I believe that's her name, Olenna, because he wasn't even there. It was more so like, we're going to send this set of men over to Castle Rock to guard it, or we're coming up here because me and you have to have this conversation. When it comes down to this whole ending scene, guys, I'm telling y'all, when Olenna was talking to Cersei's brother. Again, I apologize, I can't remember top of my brain, I can't remember his name. It's crazy because I try to remember everybody's names, but I never do when I'm going through these reviews and reaction videos. But when Cersei's brother is talking to Olenna, and they're talking about the whole situation between her and the Lannister family and stuff like that, and she pretty much just because she knew that he was coming to kill her. She just knew she knew that he was coming to kill her. And I was actually thinking when she even was talking to him, was talking to him about the situation. I was sitting there really thinking like he's gonna take a sword out and just swiftly slice her throat. That's what I was thinking. But he didn't do that. He just pulled the poison out. And guys, this was a lot of people's favorite part at the end of the scene when Olenna takes the Jamie. That's just, I can't remember. I can't believe I forgot Jamie's name. Jamie Lannister. I forgot. It just hit me when Jamie hands her the poison and she takes it and she drinks it. When she sits there and guys in pure confidence looks him dead in his eye and brings up Joffrey and his death, and talking about how I couldn't see myself dying, how Joffrey died, and clawing at my face because of the poison, and how strong it was and the effects that it had on him as he was dying, laying there. And she just looks at him and dead in the eye, and just says, I want you to tell Cersei that it was me that killed you and her son. And Jamie had that look on his face like he was pissed, but he sucked his pride up and walked away. Guys, like if like that's like, dude, that's your son. Like you really you really just walked away. But what Olenna saying that, a lot of the fans were just like, wow, son, like she really just said that in pure confidence, pure, just pure, with all the ego in the world. She just was just like, I did it. I was the one that killed Joffrey. Like, man, like, guys, like, telling y'all,